Hey guys, I'm just waiting for Cassie to join. I'm so sorry this took me so long to get logged in. I was having an issue with the account, getting logged in to the Entertainment Weekly account. Hi guys, I'm so excited to see you guys all on here. Hi guys! We're just waiting for Cassie. Ooh, is this Cassie? Is she right there? Yeah, let's do it. Yes, Cassie's here. Waiting for the split screen. Cassie, are you on here? Oh my God, you're here.
Hey girl, hey.
Hey, I was telling him about the technical difficulties. Like 57,000 times to get logged into the account. We made it.
We did. We made it.
I feel like we should have just like recorded our FaceTime chat we had yesterday and shared that, which is like the most authentic version of us talking. But we're here.
We're here. We're here.
Yeah.
Cool. So I wanted to start with what was your favorite moment about the Manny Emma friendship? Like, what was your favorite friendship moment?
I feel like we should tell the audience, hi, whoever is out there, that this is kind of to kick off Friendship Week. There's a thing called Friendship Week that Entertainment Weekly has asked us to partake in. So yeah, the Emma and Manny friendship, I mean, I've been thinking about this, and you want to know the scary thing? Cassie, I have known you for 20 years. 20 years. 2001
so crazy.
is when we met. Isn't that absolutely
nuts? I feel like it was even 2000 though.
Like maybe one of our very first auditions. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Like, I know I was at one of your auditions 100%, like a screen thing.
100%.
But yeah, so what I'm rambling and trying to get at is there's so like I literally would need to have like a list of the episodes in front of me because I feel like there's so many pivotal things that I've forgotten. But like obviously a big one that stands out is the rave episode where Manny is trying to get Emma to kind of be like a little more like Manny, but in a way like it's amazing because she's pulling Emma out of Emma's comfort zone, forcing her to like, you know, do something different. And I feel like that's like such a nice thing about their friendship is they always like brought out like an underlying talent in each other in a funny way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they definitely had a great balance. Definitely had a great balance. I feel like, okay, no. This is why I wanted to kind of conduct this interview. What was your, okay, so now we know your favorite Manny and Emma moment. What was your favorite you and I moment? Because the whole time that Manny and Emma have been friends, Miriam and I have obviously been friends and have been through just as much as our characters.
More
than our characters.
Heaps, loads, and boatloads more. Oh my God, Cassie, like I was also thinking about this because I knew this one was coming. I've got literally so many. One of my standout moments was when my supposed girlfriends had stood me up. They were all supposed to like come meet me at the condo for like my 18th birthday. And for some reason, we all got in a fight that day. They're like, you know, we're just going to meet you at the restaurant anyways. And Cassie saves the day, like a knight in shining armor, shows up with like a bouquet of roses. And you literally took me from feeling like this is the worst birthday I've ever had to like, just like that's exactly you. Like you just like show up in the right moment and like bring this energy. And like, I'll never forget that moment. And of course, like nights on Venice Beach, like just, we've had so many fun nights.
Oh my God, so many good nights.
What about
so many good
you?
Trips.
I know. What are your favorite, either Emma and Manny or Miriam and Cassie?
Yeah. There are too many moments. Too many moments. What are mine?
Like, among the top, like 50.
Among the top 50? Oh my gosh. Okay. For Manny and Emma, I think it was really awesome. And I think it's like the Emma Nelson family when Manny got kicked out after she was pregnant and she was staying with your family. I feel like that was just like, I think that was like a deeper step into the Manny Emma friendship. I think like it was like very, like at that point, I feel like we were sisters in the show.
That's what I was going to say. It's like, it's not a friendship. It's a sisterhood. It's a family thing. It's like a blood thing.
Yeah, it was a blood thing. Yeah, for sure. And then one of mine, I feel like I was always getting into trouble when I was younger, and you were always there to save me.
Not true.
Like, quick, I need to come over right now.
Yeah, no, literally, like the number of times you would do that, and like then we'd pretend like you've been sleeping at my house all night. Oh, I'm so tired.
Yeah, we had such a fun night.
I have some memory of being at a pizza with you, and like we'd had some crazy. Anyways,
pizza is so Canadian.
Right?
So Canadian.
Pizza, and we
that garlic cream sauce, you can't find that anywhere else.
Coffee time and country style. Cassie, why in the world did you attend a coffee time or a country style?
Oh my God! Wait, Miriam. Oh, this is my dog's fault. Miriam, remember when we used to just go and hang out at the movie theater to see cute boys?
1,000%. I was thinking about that one too. Why?
So funny. Like,
we hang out for like hours.
We would just hang out there. Like, who just meets somebody at like the theater? You know what I mean? We're just standing around. We're like, see if any cute guys will pick us up at Indigo, the bookstore.
At Indigo. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
The New York trip, that was so much fun.
New York trip is totally like, I think that's definitely like among like the top 10 for sure.
Yeah,
I feel like we should explain to them. I feel like we're kind of forgetting that there's an audience here.
Oh yeah. I understand.
The New York. So for those of you watching, the New York trip we're talking about is, my goodness, like 15 years ago. Is that right? Something like that.
Yeah.
We went on like I guess it was like a press tour kind of a situation where we went to New York. It was it
was Pride weekend.
It was
Pride weekend, and we had to run through the street, and I lost a flip-flop, and that one foot was like black on the sole just from being on the ground in like 2 seconds. But yes, it was Pride week. It was the press conference. We did like this makeup thing. It was very cool.
Cassie and I shared a room. Like whenever we would do these like tour things, most often we'd share, and Cassie and I would always be the ones sharing. Didn't we get like champagne to our room because they thought we were
our neighbor thought we were models and sent
we were
basket to us. I'm like, I'm 14, sir.
Oh my God, so many memories. I feel like I don't know, it would actually be insanely fun to do a trip like that again, like with the cast, like not just a reunion as amazing as like the music video reunion and all that was, but like to actually do like another press tour.
I know, and like you know the New York hotels that we stayed in, that was like so surreal. But okay, I wanted to ask you, Miriam, if it wasn't our friendship within the show, what other friendship was like your favorite in Degrassi?
Like of other characters.
Of other characters, because we know ours is the best.
Yeah. I mean, is that even a question? But I was always a fan of Marco and Ellie. Sorry, my dog is barking, but that's okay. Marco and Ellie were definitely one of my favorites. I don't know. I just loved them. They were both kind of like didn't quite fit in, and then they found each other, and they were like, I just love them as a pair. What about you?
And who is your favorite? And I think we'll have the same one. Who is your favorite best friends besides us off the show?
Who was I outside of Cassandra?
Like outside of the show, who was your favorite like pair of friends? Like not your favorite, like who was your favorite like friendship to watch?
But not on the show?
Like in the cast.
So Marco and Ellie doesn't count? You're talking like real life friendship?
Like the real life cast. Just like how we did Manny and Emma and then us.
I feel like this is a riddle. What was my favorite friendship? Well, Aubrey and Shane, like, is that a good friendship?
Oh, I thought you were going to say, I loved watching Ryan Cooley and Sarah barefoot in the shower.
Shut up! How did I forget that?
They were so in sync. Like, they were so much fun to watch as friends. They would die laughing all the time. They could not keep it together. They were just like, oh my God.
Oh my God. How did I can't even believe
I thought you were going to say them. Just because, just remember how much they laughed. Like how much they made each other laugh. They were literally dying every single day. Like
amazing.
I just loved watching them. They had such great energy.
That is
the best of friends.
True. No, the way you pose the question in my mind, I have a bit of a cold, so I think my brain is like a little bit foggy and congested. So I was trying to piece together.
I mean, hearing me, my allergies are out of control. I can't even open my eyes right now. I'm
me as well. I was like looking for lighting where I don't have like massive like bags under my eyes.
Yeah, it's that time of year, babe. It's that time of year.
My dog's having allergies too. I don't know if Bug has allergies.
Oh, yeah. Is he getting like itchy paws and ears?
You know, all this.
Poor baby.
You know, we're doing like little cool soaks and like cool baths and you know.
Oh, someone just asked. So Ryan Cooley and Sarah Bearable Tishauer, by the way, is Liberty and JT. So it's kind of nice how they have they had that friendship when they were such like a cute endgame couple on the show, and they had like that romance and love, and
they had a great
tragedy, but they had a very special connection.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm looking at the questions as they come in too. Yeah, no, I it was really sad that Ryan didn't come to that last reunion because that would have been really fun to see him.
I know.
We'll wrangle everyone together. We may not be Drake, but I'm sure we can like pull the cast together in our own way.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll do it.
Just have to get a bunch of tickets to the Hudson Hotel again.
Seriously,
that was a really fun trip.
It's like it's loaded with memories of all of us.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, I'm trying to think. I had another question I wanted to ask.
And I wanted to ask you a question as well.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I slightly know your answers, but I know the people watching don't. So we always talk about like the amazing things about being on the show. But I know a lot of people watching really related to the character struggles and our personal struggles. So what did you find was the most difficult part about growing up and having your teenagehood broadcast? Like what was the most challenging part for you?
I think the most challenging thing was probably, so Manny went into that very promiscuous, or, you know, she dressed a certain way and she, you know, labeled the school slut and all that type of bullying that kind of went with that. And I think when you're growing up, and because we grew up in Toronto, it wasn't like we grew up in LA, but there was no star system. So having people on TV in our city was like it wasn't common. Mm-hmm. And I think that when I was growing up, when I was a teenager and Manny was wearing her thongs and being bullied within.
Your sound is cutting out for me. I don't know if it's cutting out for other people. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Shoot, I have to lip read. I can't hear anything. I heard like a little like glitchy noise and I can't. You can hear me? You? We're waiting for her to come back. You can hear Miriam, not Cassie's. Yeah, same. I couldn't hear her. She left and she's going to come back. How do I do this? Where is she? There we go. I invited her again. Let's see. Yes, you're back.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Everyone was like traumatized. You left.
So, sorry, I had an incoming call come in, but
that's what it was. Yeah.
So people couldn't separate me from my character. Mm-hmm. So I felt like I was being bullied a lot at parties growing up, or just even like at the mall, people calling me like a slut and all this types of, people just did not separate me from my character growing up. And that was very difficult because I just want to make friends. I was gone a lot filming. And so I would miss these moments. Like in high school, I was gone for the first few months of every beginning year. People had already made friends. And so that was a tough part for me, I think, for sure. What about you?
I'm completely the same. Like it was, I think, like, cause we were transitioning schools at the same time that we were starting on the show, missing the first few months of school. Like, I think also truly that's why you and I, well, part of why we formed such a strong connection, because we were missing that chunk of life where you form connections with, you know, like your school peers, and you and I were like each other's number one peer in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I'm exactly the same. I mean, the bullying toward my character wasn't about her promiscuity until season 4 or 5 when she was getting the STDs. And I mean, I was terrified to walk through the cafeteria. I was terrified to walk through a mall food court at lunchtime when it was like teenagers and everyone's pointing and everyone's looking and like throwing paper at you and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But,
Oh my God. The teenagers are just the worst people.
They're brutal.
They are
brutal.
I would literally pee my pants if I had to pass a group of teenagers at the mall.
I know.
God
and
forbid.
I totally remember you and I would like go to parties and stuff, and we'd walk in and it's like the first thing we'd hear, it's the girls from Degrassi. This is Degrassi girls. Girls are from Degrassi.
They think they're better than us.
I know.
And I was like, no, but there were so many good times. As much as it was hard being a teenager because I think in LA it would have maybe been different because it's very common there to have people in your school or whatever who are on TV shows or have famous parents. It's very much the culture there. It's just very different in Toronto, and I think it's getting more different now. Even it's coming up to the pace. But sure. I think that just to balance that off, the experience of having these friendships and having this experience of traveling and exposure and just being part of something that's touched a lot of people's lives is irreplaceable.
Completely. And I think like for the fans too, for everyone that's on there, like the messages that you guys send, I know this applies to every single one of us, but talking about how these shows and these characters and these issues like affected you and changed your life and helped you get through these things, my God, like I could cry at the messages that some of you guys say. And I think I speak for all of the cast, just to say like how profoundly you guys like also affect us and how grateful we are for you guys the same way you've expressed those sentiments to like different cast members. So yeah, it's definitely an amazing thing that we were.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have met otherwise. I mean, we didn't grow up in the same cities.
No.
Our paths probably.
We were so different. We would have never gone to the same parties. Remember when I first transferred to your high school?
Yes.
From my high school. And Miriam is coming down the hall in this like bubblegum pink velour tracksuit, and I'm all goth at this point. I've got like blue wax in my hair, and
we like actually ran down the hallway and did one of the
I know we were so different, but it made it really special.
Totally.
I think.
And I think like we continue to have our differences, just like our characters had their differences. Mm-hmm. But like honestly, those are the most special friendships, I think, because it's like you're not just appreciating your similarities, but you're like appreciating the other person for being not the same as you. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, absolutely.
Like, you know, everyone's got their thing, and you're the moon and I'm the sun, and that's what we said for 20 years. 20 years.
20 years. Wow.
My goodness, I feel like we need to start asking or taking some questions.
Yeah, I've been looking at some of the questions here. We've heard them before, but a lot of these fans probably haven't heard our answers yet. So I heard, did you audition for any other characters? And if you weren't Emma, what character would you be? Would you want to be?
Interesting question. I did not audition for any other characters. I know Cassie's answer is different. I mean, I think Manny would be a super fun character, like a complete 180 from everything I did with Emma. And just kind of like to expand on what you were saying about being typecast at that age and stuff. Like, I think if we had been cast in different character roles, it's hard to say if like growing up, our personalities might have evolved differently. Like if you'd been playing the sort of stuck up good girl and I'd been playing the, you know, more promiscuous one, would our actual personalities have like taken a different shape? Like I don't know, I think about those things. But I think Manny, like your character is amazing. So much character development, so much like from season 1 to where you finished up, so much happened. And
I think that we shaped our characters more than our characters shaped us.
Yes.
To be honest, I feel like no matter when you're on a show for that long, for that many seasons, I feel like no matter, I auditioned for Liberty and didn't I audition for another character too? No, just Liberty and Manny. But I think that if I was auditioning for Liberty and I got that role, I think Liberty would have had an episode where she wanted to be very hot. You know, I think that Liberty would have had that transformation. I feel like we shaped a lot of our friendship, shaped a lot of our characters' friendship.
For sure.
So much of what the show was, whether we like it or not, the writers were watching us. They wanted it to be real. A lot of the circumstances that happened in the show, they took from newsletters or forums or with Ryan Cooley, with his death, with the racing, with they paid attention to a lot, and they paid attention to us. I feel like we shaped our characters a lot more. But it's hard to say. If I had to choose a different character, I always thought Craig was really cool.
That's a good one.
I would like to be Craig.
Wow, you'd be Craig and I'd be Manny. What a different show that would be.
Wow. What a turn of events. Maybe our lives would be different, Miriam. Maybe we'd be married by now.
You never know. Maybe then Craig never would have gone to Ashley. We just everything would be different.
Yeah.
I'm looking through the questions now as well. A lot of people are asking if we'd be down for a reboot. Would you be down for a reboot, Cassie?
Would I be down for a Degrassi reboot?
Yes.
Well, how much are they paying me?
That is the question of the hour.
Would I be down for a reboot? Yeah, I think a reboot would be fun. I think obviously the storylines would have to be right. You know,
Totally.
They really hit it big when Emma turned out to be the age of Spike's character, or the Emma was that was a nice spin-off, a nice turn. Who else had a baby during the show?
Mia
Who had a baby? Oh, right. Mia had a baby.
Yeah, she had a baby. Well, Liberty gave her baby up for adoption, right? But
it could be about how Liberty.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to go the baby route, but
we don't have to go the baby route. We can obviously do the teacher route, or you know what? But we don't have to be affiliated to that. We don't have to be attached to the school necessarily. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But then would it be Degrassi if we weren't attached to the school?
That's an interesting question.
Do you guys have any other questions? Oh yeah, Emma's little brother. We forgot that she had a little brother.
Goodness, how dare us? We're talking about how the cast is like a family.
We're like, what babies? What babies? And my little sister.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Yes. Wow.
Craig's little sister.
Craig's sister, Emma's brother. We are not on the ball right now.
No.
Jack would be older than 18 right now. Very good. Jack would be good now. Jack would be almost graduating, I guess.
Would he really?
Well, think about it. Jack was born in season 3.
Oh my gosh.
2003, and now we're in 2021. Crazy. And then I guess as for friends, someone asked a question about where we would like our friendship to be in another 20 years. So let's just pretend that we don't know how to do math and we won't acknowledge how old we'll actually be in another 20 years.
I'm going to say, you go first.
Well, what I was going to say, and this is real talk, Cassie, me to you, I feel like we need to do an annual trip. Like
a what trip?
An annual trip. Where we
do.
Pick a destination in the world where it's probably just the two of us, whatever, go for a weekend or a few days. And I don't know, this year we go to Spain and we just need
You just want to go to Spain for a few days? Miriam,
fine. 2 weeks.
2 weeks at least.
But we don't because I haven't physically seen you and since the music video, right? We haven't, that's the last
Didn't
time.
we do the music
we
video? The thing. We did the fan expo.
That's true. So that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'd like to have an annual tradition thing where we just catch up, pick up where we left off,
I know.
And what
We
about
should
you?
we should plan a trip. We should. In 20 years, in 20 years, I would like to be in 20 years I can see us going to something like maybe like a wine tasting in
Totally.
in
Let's
Italy.
put one in now. We'll pick like the best winery in Italy. They probably got like a 20-year reservation date.
And I'll want to go shopping for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Remember when we went shopping when we were younger and I was like, I can't believe this shirt's only $1. We were so different. I was always like the bargain, always looking for a bargain.
Always looking for a deal.
And you were like,
I have some regrets about my shopping. Oh my God. I just remember some really dumb things that I bought. I'm sure every single teenager has got regrets, but like, yeah.
I feel like I have the same style from when I was a kid.
So, yeah.
Just
Yeah,
the quality.
I feel like we both kind of like we haven't changed that much. Have we?
I'm looking at these questions here.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch the show after the OGs left? No. It was hard to watch it even when we were on it.
Well, I think that's something that is worth for us to mention. Like I really did find it like kind of odd to watch the episodes back. Like it's a very weird feeling, and I wasn't able to watch them as TV episodes because I'd always have too many memories about like the day on set or something like that. Like it's just very hard to watch it objectively, I think. Did you enjoy watching everything, or was it weird?
I feel like, especially being a teenager, you're so self-conscious. I was constantly picking myself apart.
Oh, yeah.
And not wanting to dive into my performances. If I felt like something was weak, it was really, really difficult for me to watch it. Totally. And I felt like it dictated how I was performing in real life, so I kind of had to keep my head out of it. Yeah, the more I watched myself, the more I became self-conscious on set. So I made a conscious decision not to watch myself as much. Sure. I felt like it was really affecting me.
No, I completely agree. And you know what else? Like the message boards really affected me as well. Like when we were young, and you know how they had the Degrassi like website, because this is before we had Instagram and all that stuff. And it was, I think, yeah, if I were to give advice to like a young person in our shoes growing up on a show like that, I think you really just need to have tunnel vision on the fact that you're an actor and you're there and you're kind of like doing a job, and not pay attention to all the outside voices that are the critics and that are the ones that are going to kind of like, I don't know, get into your ear. Because for me, it was like the message boards, everything would make me so self-conscious because people have no filter. And when they're behind a screen, as we know, anyone will say anything. And as a teenager, as a 14-year-old girl, and you read some of these brutal things that are written, it's very hard not to have that affect you.
I know, but listen, Miriam, now would be even worse because there's Instagram and Twitter and all these things that at least we just had the message board.
I know. I'm like, I can't imagine how do these kids today navigate this. Oh, and then TikTok. I know that Entertainment Weekly wanted me to respond to your Busset challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Best thing I've ever seen. Best
like
thing
that?
I've ever seen. I wish I don't use TikTok. I look at TikTok, but I don't have an account because I just think I'm not technologically able to edit. Like I need a 14-year-old to like give me a tutorial. But you killed it. You like Manny of 2021, hands down better than Manny of the early 2000s. Like you destroyed it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. It got taken down like a bunch of times.
Really? For being
for my exposed underwear.
They could
Instagram had my back. They kept it up. But no, it got put back up, but I think my underwear was a little much. It was so funny. I told this story, maybe people haven't seen it, but when I was making the bejeweled thong, because the fabric stretches out, I needed to get the correct spacing. So I had my boyfriend wear it to actually super glue them on. And he's all like squished up and super, super uncomfortable. And I'm like, come on, just a little longer. A little bit of arts and crafts.
Too good. We'll save it one day. You'll put it in an auction and make boatloads of money.
Yeah. So,
not a good idea.
Any other questions? I saw some, but they're going by so quickly.
I know the question. It's so hard to stay on top of the questions. Let's maybe we pick one final one. I think we're already over time for. They said, how did being on Degrassi help you navigate real life as a teenager?
Don't do what they did.
Yeah, pretty much watch Degrassi and do the opposite.
Yeah.
No, I think, well, honestly, like, I think the best way that it helped navigate was just like the friendships that we had. Cause like, it's not just you and I were like family, like the whole cast was like family, like the guys were our brothers, and like, you know, Lauren and Stacey ended up being like sisters as well. And like, we all just had, you know, like nothing can really describe like the kind of the intimacy that you have going through some crazy weird experience.
And I do feel like, again, we set the path for our characters and for the situations that happened in the show. So I think we more navigated we were steering the show as opposed to the opposite way around. Like the show, things that had happened during the show had kind of already happened to us or were happening to us.
Disagree.
Like
Emma
what?
did everything before me. Emma did everything before me. I
mean, sort of like, you know, we were already in high school, and I think things like that were already, Emma did everything before you, but I don't think it's like character by character. I just think that it was, you know, circumstances that happened within the show, whether it was another character or you, had kind of already been exposed to us.
Well, yeah, because we were
because we were in high school, things were happening. Like, I don't think the show was really helping us navigate. I think, you know, it's like, I agree
with that for sure.
Yeah.
No, I definitely felt that Emma was like, she beat me to the punch on a few things. So.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's a first for everyone. Yeah. I remember my first times.
You want to share them with everybody?
The first time I wore a thong outside my pants. Yeah. Any other questions? I think we're over time now.
Well, I got to go get some allergy. I don't know. I'm thinking like a tea or something to try to clear my congestion.
You should do the neti pot and pour the water in through your nose. It's intense, but I think it's supposed to be really good.
I don't know about that. I don't know. Or, you know, maybe like an eucalyptus steam, like some kind of like a steam shower.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
Well, all right, guys. Well, I love you. Thank you so much for joining.
Totally.
And
yes,
Miriam,
Cassie, I'll see you in Italy in 20 years for that vineyard tour.
Yeah, 20 years. Well, we'll do it sooner than that.
Okay, fair enough.
Do a shopping trip sooner than that. Mwah. Love you.
Bye, guys. Love you.
Happy Friendship Week, guys.
Happy friendship.
Bye.